come death and destroyer a world, because today we're talking about G-MILF Lauren Boebert, who recently attended a performance of Beetlejuice the Musical, presumably because The Lion King was sold out. While there, she was caught on tape helping a fella out, if you catch my drift, and also vaping, which is based in red pill as hell. Speaking of which, Russell Brand has been accused of playing some very silly games with a number of women, and all I can say to that is, why does John Fetterman dress poorly? What happened to wearing a suit on the plane, John Fetterman? Finally, what you've all asked for, fashion tips from Steve, when the show starts right here to 4. Welcome to the Vongino Predicament. I'm your host, Steve Vongino, and I need to fart. I'm about to fart. I'm going to fart now. I just farted. Maybe we should edit that out. Maybe replace the fart with like a comic sound effect fart. And well, no, we can't do that. We don't have the budget. Okay, I guess just leave the original fart noise in. I am a moderate centrist, bit of a milquetoast fence sitter, and I created this show to push back against the propaganda spewed by the far-left communist dingus mainstream media. Also, I created this show as a form of community service. The town I live in, Columbuston, Ohio, it's somehow 45 minutes from Akron and also 90 minutes from Canada. Science can't explain it and doesn't even want to try. It has a very weird legal system. If you're arrested for drunk driving, which I wasn't, I was stone cold sober when I peed in that Wendy's drive-thru, you can do your community service by hosting a YouTube show where you call a different Democrat gay every few minutes. Nancy Pelosi, gay. You can also do community service by picking up trash on the side of the highway, which they didn't let me do. They said I didn't have the hand-eye coordination and they were afraid I would stab myself or someone else in the foot. To be honest, they were right to be afraid. My motivations for hosting the show aren't important. What's important is the truth I'm willing to spill all over you. The first bit of truth, Russell Brand never R'd anyone. He was just asking women to get him to the Greek. If you catch my drift, you know.
It's a metaphor for boob stuff.
Mr. Brand, a fellow moderate centrist free speech warrior, much like myself, only slightly richer and has had slightly more sex, even if we just count consensual, has been accused by a string of women of being, quite frankly, very goofy. These women say that former comedic actor and current yelling on YouTube guy, Mr. Brand, Russell if you're nasty, committed a number of sexual improprieties, everything from harassment all up to full-on assault. And all I have to say in response to that is, the media lied about Iraq. And at the end of the day, isn't drugging and then fingering someone at the premiere of the Arthur remake they made during the couple of weeks where Hollywood was like, America, would you like Russell Brand as a movie star? And America said, nah, we're good. Isn't that ultimately nature's Iraq war, if you think about it? It only makes sense. Russell Brand, again, very much like me, we're pretty much identical twins, except for a few things. Let's not nitpick here. He's willing to stand up to the mainstream media. He's willing to say, hey, you lied about ivermectin. You called it a horse paste, when actually it turns out there's very little horse meat in there. You guys lied about Jussie Smollett. Turns out he went to Quiznos, not Subway. Disgusting. They lied about the Covington kids. They said they had very punchable faces, when it turns out they actually are very good-looking, sweet young boys, and the only reason they didn't make first-chair violin is because they made them compete against Asians, which shouldn't be allowed. Russell Brand covered all those issues. Probably. I'll be honest, I have not watched his show. It's on Rumble, and every time I try to go on there, my computer crashes.
If you're watching this on Rumble, thank you, and also you're welcome.
Russell Brand is a very handsome man, and he does not at all look like he smells awful and would try to do tantric sex, and after he came in like 2.5 minutes, he'd blame it on you. He doesn't look like that. He would never have to pay for sex or shoplift it, which I think California recently made legal. Shoplifting, not R-ing people. Well, I think that's still illegal in California. I don't know. Only one way to find out. Producer Nancy Mom, book me a plane ticket. We're not doing that? Okay, yeah, that's probably for the best. So obviously, these accusations are a bunch of, quite frankly, hokum. Sorry to swear. Get the kids out of the room. In reverse. Listen, these accusations are clearly false. Unless saying that in any way risks me getting suspended on YouTube, in which case he absolutely did it. Death penalty immediately. They want to silence him, just like they did with Andrew Tate and with Kevin Spacey. He also had a YouTube channel where he told the truth about medicine and various TV shows. They are afraid of my good friend Russell Brand, who I have not met. They're afraid because he's not owned by the mainstream media. He controls himself, and he controls his wardrobe, which is mostly a bunch of caftans, whatever those are, and more scarves than Steven Tyler at a Southern Belle convention. That's right, we're talking about clothes now. John Fetterman dresses terribly. John Fetterman is a kind of casual working class golem monster from Pennsylvania, which is in Philadelphia, or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know, but the point is John Fetterman looks like shit. And again, there is no evidence that Russell Brand has ever had non-consensual sex, or for that matter, any other kind of sex. He might be a virgin, we don't know, but what happened to men dressing nice for their jobs and or Congress? Back in the golden age, between about, a couple days after the Great Depression ended and everyone was finally able to take a shower right up until, 1988, whenever they canceled Mr. Belvedere, people dressed nice for the world. You need to respect your job. It's your job. It puts food on your table. It also bought the table. And also stop buying such expensive tables. It's why you can't afford a house. John Fetterman has no such respect. He walks into his job, which is mostly just rubber stamping paperwork and occasionally being photographed next to a train accident or something, just dressed in a big sloppy hoodie, stupid shorts. It is disgusting. It is amoral. It is satanic. And personally, I don't really care. I'm a cool anti-establishment punk rocker. I believe in raging against the machine. Boo-wah! I have never donated to any political party. Mostly because my debit card got declined trying to give money to Marjorie Taylor Greene's campaign.
It was out of fear, not agreement.
I think the Republicans are a bunch of, to be honest with you, stuffed shirts L7 major wieners. And to be fair, that might just be a side effect of them all being incredibly competent and intelligent and most of all normal. And, maybe, just maybe, being the only hope we have of Antifa not forcing all children to read gay books. And by that, I mean any book. All books are gay. That's the platform I'm running for education secretary on. Also, every day is Square Pizza Day. And if your teacher has big boobs, she has to show them to you at least once a semester. That'll stop the grooming. When I get that job, I'm going to dress better than John Fetterman. That's right. I'm not just going to slap on some big old Carhartt hoodie and a bunch of gym shorts. Stop doing Adam Sandler cosplay, John Fetterman. I'll put on a 3-piece suit. Hell, maybe a 4-piece suit. Pants, shirt, vest, coat thing. Does the shirt count? I don't know. Maybe I'll just wear a tuxedo t-shirt. I don't know. Being in Congress is hard. Get off my back. I will, however, not be taking off the beanie. And in unrelated news, I have a full head of hair. Listen, it looks good. Why do I got to remove it ever? And it smells normal, okay? Just stop asking that. If Antifa or Blantifa, which is Black Antifa, sees me without my beanie, they'll track me down. And they will break into my house with fireworks and guns. And they will force my mom at gunpoint to tie herself up with a bunch of very coarse rope. And then they will whip her repeatedly until... Producer Nancy Mom, are you getting excited by this? Oh, no, you're just drunk and that's pee. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. Not everything needs to be sexual. That's what I always say. All right? You don't have to always go for the lowest common denominator, pee pee poo poo kind of thing. That was you. Tell that to Lauren Boebert, who, and I cannot stress this enough, I have not made out with. Okay? There's some reports in the mainstream media, completely uncorroborated, that maybe we did some stuff at the Gaylord, Maryland, Bon Voyage Hilton during CPAC, but if that happened, which it didn't, it was only to make Marjorie Taylor Greene jealous. Also, Ted Cruz, for some reason.
CPAC is second only to Jewish sleepaway camp in terms of unprotected and unsatisfying sex.
Regardless of Lauren Boebert's past, well, let's call them improprieties, she has, of course, moved on. And now this newly single G-MILF, or GMILF, if you will, was recently seen jacking a dude off during a performance of Beetlejuice the Musical. I know what you're thinking. Wait, they made a musical out of Beetlejuice? In 2016, a musical adaptation of the 1988 film Beetlejuice, directed by Tim Burton and starring Gina Davis as Barbara Maitland, Alec Baldwin as Adam Maitland, Winona Ryder as Lydia Dietz, and Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice, was reported to be in the works, directed by Alex Timbers and produced by Warner Brothers, following a reading with Christopher Fitzgerald in the title role. In March 2017, it was reported that Australian musical comedian Eddie Perfect would be writing the music and lyrics, and Scott Brown and Anthony King would be writing the book of the musical, and that another reading would take place in May, featuring Chris Cool as musical director. The musical had 3 readings and 2 workshops, with Alex Brightman in the title role, Sophia Ann Russo as Lydia Dietz, and Kerry Butler and Rob McClure as Barbara and Adam Maitland, respectively. And in 2023, you see this here, Colorado State Representative Lauren Boebert stroked a man's penis, not entirely but close to completion, at the performance of the musical. Exciting stuff. She was also vaping in the theater, but, and I think I speak for the entirety of the American populace when I say this, who gives a shit? Doctors used to chain smoke in the operating room while delivering a baby, and nobody cared. And then later they and all their friends from the Elks Lodge would sexually assault a nurse, and no one gave a crap. Okay? When they died, everyone was still like, Grandpa was a really sweet old guy. He didn't know any racial slurs. We used to be a real country. And it made me realize this. The thing about the radical communist left, okay? Everyone's saying, oh, they're going further left. They want to just murder babies right out of the womb. They want to force all the children to be trans, even the cute ones. But I don't think so. No, I think the radical left is actually going further right. Nowadays, the left supports giant pharmaceutical companies by mandating vaccines that have not been proven to not turn your dick Korean. And they're all for endless wars, supporting the military-industrial complex by sending millions upon millions of dollars in aid to Ukraine, and maybe also a bunch of tanks to Puerto Rico. I don't know what they're going to do with them, but they got them now. And it turns out the Democratic Party, the latest move they're making, is to be against a central pillar of leftist ideology, namely lackluster hand stuff.
You're just jealous your grandma's not that cool.
I hope they prosecute Lauren Boebert for this. I really do. And not just because it might finally stop Marjorie Taylor Greene from trying to ensnare me into a bunch of schemes to get her arrested, but also because it might finally put those gosh darn drag queens in their place. The radical left, communist and gay Disney gay alike, wants to slap Lauren Boebert, and it's said like this, Boebert is French, disgusting. They want to slap her in chains for what they claim is lewd and inappropriate behavior near children. And first off, why were there any children there? Okay, this isn't Twitch Stream the Bisexual Musical. No one under the age of 40 should be at Beetlejuice. And secondly, isn't this what drag queens have been doing this whole time? Go to any all-ages drag show, whether they're reading books to kids or reading TV Guide to seniors, and you'll see the same thing. That's right. Someone pulling on a pineapple-flavored Chinese SpongeBob SquarePants vape while just rubbing the head of a man's penis through his khakis, while in the background a bunch of community theater dorks go, shake, 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 senora, shake your body line. Shake, shake, everybody sing it. Shake it all the time. Oh yeah. She seriously did it during Beetlejuice the musical? She couldn't get into like Hamilton? Pardon me, are you Aaron Burr, sir? Of course. Who's asking? Well, sure. Sir, oh, God, I just ranched in my pants. Oh, God, thank you. Representative of Colorado's 3rd District, Lauren Boebert. Let me hit that vape. Point is, at least Lauren Boebert dresses like a professional, even when she's just enjoying a night at the theater. I mean, look at that dress. Damn. That is the look of one extremely high-class prostitute. She would demand you wear a condom. Or the ultimate condom, your pants. Listen, she got elected to office because during COVID, she refused to shut down her gun-themed restaurant where all the waitresses had guns, and when they came to refill your iced tea, there was a 50-50 shot of them doing Russian roulette right there at the table. You think she's going to stop being based and red pilled just because she's a grandmother, and legally, she should have her pussy sealed shut. Until we pass that legislation, she should be allowed to live her life as she so sees fit. And at least she isn't John Fetterman, who again looks like shit and has presumably never jacked anyone off in a theater. Yet. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I love you. You guys rock. Oh my God, what fun we're having. We did a video. I'm done with it. Like and subscribe. like, and subscribe. I got my links down there. I'm on x.com. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on all that. I'm on Patreon. Guys, for $5 a month, which is nothing. You could lose $5. You wouldn't even notice it, okay? If you dropped $5 on the ground and a pigeon picked it up and brought it back to the nest and then proceeded to introduce capitalism to pigeon society, tell me you wouldn't watch that DreamWorks animated film. Come on. If that happened, you wouldn't care because you're so rich. And for $5 a month, you get exclusive bonus content, a bonus episode every single week, okay? You get raw video feeds before I edit anything. I don't know why you'd want to watch that. Just me talking in front of a green screen for like 45 minutes, but I don't know. I don't tell you to live your life. You do what you want. And most importantly, you get an executive producer credit. What? You're a star. You could put this in IMDb, I bet. Technically, I bet YouTube videos are in a way short films. In a way, this is eligible for Best Short Film at, of course, the NAACP Image Awards. So please nominate me there. And thank you to all of these people who donated $5 to the Patreon, all of my producers. Keep hope alive. Love you guys. I got another video coming out right soon. And until then...
Lord Boulder, why won't you return my text? I want to relive our adventure.
Shut up and sit down.